I assume you can all still hear me. You have to pardon me. I'm not used to actually looking at the audience when I talk. So for those that don't know, I'm Patrick Benil, the radio announcer. I'll be your MC for this evening. Thanks to all for coming to the annual Cape Breton Eagles Awards Banquet. For the Eagles and their fans, this is always one of the most special nights of the year. I think we can all agree on that. Before we begin, though, I want to acknowledge and recognize that tonight's ceremony is being held in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. And along those lines, we'd like to thank Member 2 First Nation and everyone here at the Trade and Convention Center for once again being a tremendous host to this event. It's always a great time. They always do a great job. I look around, see a room full of people, and it makes me think of that big crowd that we had at Center 200 on Friday against Halifax. Beating Halifax is always nice in front of a big crowd. And the support that the Eagles received this season and going back to last year's playoffs. And you may know that this past season, now that we've completed the home portion, was the highest attendance the team has had in 15 years. Yeah, there you go. Round of applause for yourselves. And I think that speaks to how much people have enjoyed the team on the ice, and it also speaks to all the hardworking people in the office that have done a really good job of getting the message out about the Cape Breton Eagles. So tonight is a great opportunity to look back on the season past. It seems like it went by so quickly and so slow at the same time, and acknowledge the outstanding contributions that we've seen this season from everybody on the team. Before we begin, though, a few housekeeping items. That's what everybody always gets excited about, right? Some of you definitely know that there's a cash bar at the back if you'd like to have a drink. That's, again, a cash bar back there. Bathrooms are in this hallway, and I think a lot of the people here probably know. You've probably been here before, but if you haven't, the bathrooms are in the hallway there. There's a door close to where Brad is, to my right, so if you want to go out there. And there's also, if you wanted to hang your coat up and you haven't done it yet, there's coat hangers there in the bar area in the back, so that should be everything you need to know. Throughout the evening, we're going to hear from a number of key people in the Cape Breton Eagles organization. And right now, we'd like to hear from Eagles Vice President Trevor Simon.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this year's awards night for your Cape Breton Eagles. Thank you all for coming and your continued support for the team. Just want to give some thanks to the boys. You know, you've all put in some great work this season, fighting hard, a lot of adversity, and I cannot wait to see you all play hard in the playoffs. To the coaches, thank you for all the work you've put in, all the hours, to work with the boys, get them ready, and especially those long road trips we have. To the business staff, thank you for all the hard work you've done, getting up a lot of attendance, a lot of new activations, and bringing in so much to the rink. For all you fans out there, billets, and other supporters, I can't thank you all enough for what you do for this team. At the end of the day, it's your team. It is Cape Breton's team. So please enjoy tonight. Please have some fun. Let's finish the season strong in St. John, and let's have a great playoff run. Go Eagles. Thank you all.
Thank you to Trevor. In a few moments, the starting course for tonight's meal will be served. So we'll give you some time to enjoy that and enjoy the lovely company at your table. And then we'll proceed with the awards. And a reminder for the players, if you'd like to say a few words after you win an award, you're welcome to do so. I know the 20-year-olds will be speaking. Everybody looks forward to that. It's not mandatory, but if you want to speak after you win an award, you can. But anyway, the most important thing, the food is starting soon. Now we get to the fun part of the evening, the awards part of the awards. In case you forgot that was happening. So to present the trophy for Academic Player of the Year, we welcome to the stage the representative from CBU, Associate Dean of Shannon School of Business and Head Coach of CBU Women's Capers Hockey Team, Derek Hayes. Our first award of the evening honors the player who has achieved a success in the classroom in addition to on the ice. QMJHL players are student athletes, and the Academic Player of the Year award is given to a player who shows commitment to education. The Eagles have a proud history of academic success, with multiple players having been named QMJHL Scholastic Player of the Year and CHL Scholastic Player of the Year in other cases. This year's winner is known as someone who leads by example on the ice, but he also leads in the classroom as a mentor and great example for his teammates. Despite rehabbing from a major offseason injury, he didn't miss any time in the classroom. When he returned to the lineup, he continued to succeed academically at Cape Breton University thanks to putting in extra hours to study at the rink, at the library, and on the road. I present to you the 2024-2025 Academic Player of the Year. Now Schmitt shoots, scores! Brayden Schmitt! Shot for the point of the power play. We're tied at 1. Schmitt, a shot, scores! Brayden Schmitt! Shot for the point. Eagles strike first. 1-0. Dean Schmitt jumping into the play. Schmitt looking to go. Deaking scores. Wow, what a goal for Brayden Schmitt. Go as far as you can go and then deke out the goaltender. The shot scores! Brayden Schmitt shot through traffic. Couldn't get the rebound. Schmitt scores! Brayden Schmitt hammers it from the point. Eagles take a 1-0 lead. Your academic athlete of the year, Brayden Schmitt. "20-year-olds have to speak." He doesn't have a choice on that one. The next award is sponsored by Molson for the most sportsmanlike player, the Bobby Joe Ryan Award. In memory of Bobby Joe Ryan, we welcome to the stage Bobby Joe's father, Wayne Ryan. Sportsmanship is about fair and respectful treatment for both teammates and opponents and playing the game in an honorable way. This year's winner arrived in Cape Breton at Christmas and seamlessly fit into his new club, helping with the team chemistry. He made an immediate impact when he scored 3 goals in his first 4 games. A speedy centerman, he spends far more time killing penalties than he does taking them, with less than 50 penalty minutes in his 2-year QMJHL career. He has brought a detailed defensive game while succeeded in the faceoff circle as well. I present to you the 2024-2025 most sportsmanlike player.
Play it up the right wing. Kennedy will find a handle. Chance in front. They score. Louis Gendron. He will fire it past Baptist Rousseau into the right wing. Therefore, Newcombe pass across. Gendron scores. Louis Gendron, one-time power play goal. Eagles lead. Squires cross. There's pass to Litalien in front. Scores. Louis Gendron, the power play. Eagles lead it 2-0. Possible 2-on-1. Gendron and Schmitt. Build of his back. Carbono hustling back as well. Gendron shot scores! Louis Gendron. Eagles walk it off. 5-4 in overtime.
Your 2024-2025 most sportsmanlike player, Louis Gendron.
All right, since Schmitt didn't say anything, I'll start. Well, first of all, thanks to you all for coming. It's an honor for me to receive this prize. As Patty said, it just came in Christmas. Bunch of new firsts. First time leaving home. First time living that billet experience. So thanks to Gene and Dennis who welcomed me greatly. Thanks for the nice food you're doing too. Leaving 14 hours away from home, didn't know what to expect. Fell into a small town, but filled with love, filled with really good fan base that I can cheer for that. I'm really excited for playoffs, so go Eagles, go. Thanks you.
See, they're good speakers in addition to being good hockey players. To present the Tokyo Lloyd Award for Exceptional Work Ethic, we welcome to the stage Sean McDonald. It takes more than skill to be a successful hockey player. Our next award honors the player with the best work ethic, a belief that hard work and dedication lead to success. This year's winner has been a leader for the team, both with and without a letter on his jersey. With an ability to play up and down the lineup, he's worked hard to establish himself as a strong presence on the Eagles' third line. Despite not shying away from physical play, this year he set an all-time record for Eagles forwards by appearing in 175 QMJHL games consecutively. A player who will stick up for his teammates, he's been exceptional on the penalty kill and in the faceoff dot. I present to you the 2024-2025 award winner for best work ethic.
Anders coming in, pass across, shot, Patterson scores! There's a chance for Patterson in front, scores! Luke Patterson, Eagles lead 1-0. Shot. Now Dag jumps into the play. Dag Will throw it out, puck's loose in front, Patterson scores! Luke Patterson finds the open net!
Conrad and Patterson. Patterson tries to win the battle in front, short-handed. Scores! Puck pursuit. Patterson.
Now for Patterson. Patterson snaps and scores! Luke Patterson! Goal for the Eagles, it's 3-1!
2024-2025 Outstanding Work Ethic Award winner, Luke Patterson.
Well, I didn't think I was going to be speaking, but Jenny put the pressure on me. I just want to thank everyone who came here tonight and the business staff for putting this on. It's a great night every year and something we all look forward to. I'll give a shout out to Dan and Yvonne, my billet family, for making the transition to living in Cape Breton very easy. And to the fans, thank you very much for all the support and looking forward to see you guys in the playoffs.
We would now like to present an honorary award to an individual here tonight. This has become a nice tradition at the Eagles award ceremonies. And to do that, I'd like to ask Eagles Assistant General Manager John Haddad to come up to the stage to present this award.
Thank you, Pat. I'm just looking at all the fashion tonight. My wife told me I couldn't wear my sneakers tonight. Well, next time. Ladies and gentlemen, players, staff, and fans, tonight we have the honor of recognizing a special individual who's been an integral part of the Cape Breton Eagles organization since day one. For 28 years, this man has given tirelessly to the team, not for recognition or reward, but because of his deep love for the game and the people who play it. Well known for his selflessness, Dr. Ron Chafe has been more than just the team dentist. He has been a pillar of support, a dedicated professional, and a true friend to the organization. Whether it was late-night emergency repairs at his office, personally hand-making and customizing each player's mouthguard, or simply cheering on the team with unwavering enthusiasm, Ron has embodied what it means to be part of the Eagle family. Ron's kindness, positivity, passion, and commitment have not gone unnoticed. And tonight, we are proud to present him with this well-deserved recognition award. As they say, once an Eagle, always an Eagle. And Ron, you will always be an Eagle and part of this team. Ron's wife, Giselle, recently shared with me that Ron has enjoyed every moment of his time with the Eagles. And we can confidently say that the feeling is mutual, Ron. Your legacy will be remembered as someone who was caring, professional, and friendly. You have definitely left your mark on the Eagles logo. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating and thanking Dr. Ron Chafe for 28 years of incredible dedication to the Cape Breton Eagles.
idea. I really didn't. This is a shock, and I really appreciate it, but I wasn't ready for this. I was having a good time until just now. Sorry. No, it looks like if this is a real sweater, that means I finally made the team, John. Yeah. No, I really have to think quick here, and I won't take too long. I want to thank my wife, Giselle, for coming today. We also have our nephew, Jack's son, JR. My son is on a plane to BC right now to hook up on his Coast Guard ship, so he couldn't come. So we have JR in his place, which is great. But if I could just say one thing, there's no need to thank me. I just have to thank you for I would say it would be the experience of a lifetime. We grew up in a hockey family not far from Center 200 in Ashby. We had a rink in the backyard, and we learned to skate on that rink, although some of my friends say I'm still learning how to skate. That's true. But I do remember the day when Mr. Lynch came to my office, and just when he was getting things going, and he said, Ron, he said, we're getting a team. We had been, to put in perspective, we had been a year where Center 200 was pretty dark. The Oilers had finished, and Billy had ripped up the ice at that time. So we were definitely in need of a new high-level hockey. And he came in and he said, Ron, I need your help. He said, we're getting a team to come. It's the first I had heard of it. And we need a dentist. Can you help me? And without thinking, I said, well, yeah, I'll get some numbers and call some people and try to find one for you. No, I didn't say that. No, I said, I was in shock, and I said, yes, I'll do it. And being a hockey family, or at least enjoying hockey, I said, if you're bringing a team, we'll be at all the games. And I know my brother John, he'll be at the games as well. So if you have nobody for their eyes, he'll be happy to do that. I'll sign him up right now. And from that moment on, we have been together pretty well at most of the games. And I brought my son, and he brought his son Jack. And now Jack brings his sons to the games. And I know they applied to be a billet, so hopefully they'll be a billet family. So it's just been growing and getting better every year. But if I could say one thing about the memories I've had is that, what would I say? It's even more than the hockey, the exciting hockey that you've brought to the rink. I think what the two things I'll remember the most are the nice people I had the opportunity to meet through being at least tied to the organization in a little way. It just attracted, you can just look around the room today, you can see that people are so enthusiastic, and just it attracts the best people. And I also have to just give a shout out to the medical team. I've been with them over the years, and especially RJ. Is RJ here today? I don't think he is he? But he's just been such a pleasure to work with. And I just want to tell the players, you guys have the best medical care, I think, of any team in any league, and probably in any city in this country. They're so good. And also his sidekick, Colton, is here today, too. And I've got an opportunity not only to work with him, but to see how hard they work behind the scenes. The final thing I think I would have to say is that from starting, being a person from the community and seeing it from the beginning, see the impact that the Eagles have had on the community. And it's just grown and gotten better every year. And with Joey and his crowd, they're getting the entire island to see what they're doing outside the rink as well, going to the schools, delivering food, shoveling snow. It's so much fun, and you guys are doing such a great job. And I think that's what I'm going to take as much as the great hockey, is that the players here have contributed so much to this community. So if I could finish with one thing, and I'm a little nervous here because I really wasn't ready for this, but if I could just talk to the players for a second. If nobody's told you today how appreciated you are in this community and the island as a whole, I'm going to tell you right now you are, because I see it all the time. And we really appreciate all your hard work, the fact that you're here with us, and you make life in this community so much better. And the final thing, I guess you don't want to hear a dentist, but if I can tell you one dental thing, the guys have been really good this year, wearing their mouth guards. The tooth fairy hasn't come, not once. Nobody's leaving any teeth. They're taking them all home. And we have a long playoff run coming up, and we'll hopefully keep that record the same. So thank you for everything you've given me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
For those of you that have ever been in Ron's chair with a frozen mouth getting some work done, he's never stuck for words.
Yeah, I worked all night on these notes, and my speech isn't that good. So well done for a guy who didn't know he was getting an award. So we are now going to have a break as the main course should be coming out shortly, but after that we're going to have more awards, so stay tuned. Don't leave. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their food. You can continue to enjoy it as we continue on with the awards. As our next award is the Fans' Choice, brought to you by the Maritime Broadcasting System Group of Stations 98.3 Max, 1270 AM CJCB, our broadcast partner, and 94.9 The Wave. To present the Fans' Choice Award, I'd like to ask 94.9 The Wave's Matthew Boyd to join us on stage. For the last, Matt gets a big cheer out of boy. Yeah. For the last few weeks, fans have been voting for their favorite Cape Breton Eagle. The Fans' Choice Award is given to the player who receives the most votes. Coming from one maritime island to another, this farm boy has won the hearts of fans at Center 200 this year with his old-school style of play. Always seen smiling, this rookie defenseman got his feet wet in the queue last year as an affiliate player before making a big impact in his first full rookie season. Making sure to take care of his own end first, he can make the crowd cheer with a big hit or big shot block. Here's your 2024-2025 Fans' Choice recipient. 2024-2025 Fans' Choice, Will Murphy.
Just want to say thanks to everyone, my billets, coaches, teammates, everybody coming tonight, and really appreciate it. Thank you.
That's why he's a fan favorite. Gets right to the point. To present the trophy for Most Improved Player, we welcome to the stage the representative from McLeod, Lorway, Leslie McDonald. Yeah, there you go. Give it up. The Most Improved Player is an award given to the player who has shown the most improvement in his game from the prior season and the beginning of the current season. This year's winner went from being a fresh-faced rookie to an integral part of the team as the year continued. With the injury bug hitting the Eagles' blue line, he stepped up in a big way and steadily progressed throughout the season with greater responsibility in each game. An intimidating physical presence on the blue line and a reliable penalty killer, his efforts have caught the eye of NHL Central Scouting, who have him ranked for the 2025 NHL Draft. I present our 2024-2025 winner for Most Improved Player.
Shot redirect, scores! Will Murphy, did he get a stick on that?
Just in that victory. Face-off controlled here by the Moose. Shot off the stick at Kennedy, and that was blocked. And then Kennedy getting roughed up down there by Murphy. Gendron caught in the crossfire as well, and now Kennedy knocked over once again there by Murphy. And now we got a little bit of chippy stuff as the ice that goes off. Cato's hit hard by Will Murphy.
The other way. Here's Nathan League. Oh, big time hit.
21 points en 8 matchs et que parce que avec les
Patterson has it at the blue line. Here's Patterson. Diagonal feed for Murphy. A sharp angle. Scores! Will Murphy's got his first in the queue. Eagles lead at 1-0.
Back to back. How about that? Now to present the Casino Nova Scotia Cape Breton Eagles Leading Scorer Trophy, we welcome to the stage Cape Breton Eagles assistant coach Bill McDougall. It's time for us to present the award to the Eagles scoring champion, the player who's accumulated the greatest combination of goals and assists throughout the season. This is an unofficial award at this moment because we actually have a close race with 2 games left to play, with the top 2 scorers being separated by just 2 points. But tonight we will acknowledge the team's current leading scorer, who's been an exceptional player in his 4 years in Cape Breton. With 20 goals and 51 assists, he's just 1 point shy of last year's total, despite appearing in 10 less games thus far. He's had a knack for big moments, tied for the most overtime goals all-time by an Eagle, and recording 18 career game-winning goals, third most all-time in Eagles history. His efforts have impressed those in the pro ranks as well, as this year he signed an NHL contract with the New Jersey Devils. Here is your, with an asterisk, 2024-2025 Cape Breton Eagles scoring champion.
Henneberry coming in, drop pass, scores! Cam Squires! Eagles take a 4-3 lead! They wanted the puck in the Valdor zone. Squires tries lacrosse move, he scores! Lacrosse goal! Cam Squires! Hat-trick goal! Sidney Crosby style! Throws the puck for Schmitt. Schmitt has a chance in front. Here's an opportunity for Squires. He scores! Cam Squires in tight on the right side of the goal. Eagles take a 2-0 lead. Ends up giving it up to Squires. Here's Squires coming in. Squires dinking, scores! What a sensational goal for Cam Squires! Short-handed, Eagles take a 3-1 lead.
Handed off, snapped up ahead. The captain Newcombe. Now a chance in tight, they score. And it's Cam Squires answering back for the Cape Breton Eagles.
Your 2024-2025 scoring leader, Cam Squires.
Well, just wanted to appreciate Casino Nova Scotia for handing out and sponsoring the award. Thanks, Bill, for handing that one off. I'm sure you had one back in the day too, so with the Oilers. But yeah, just appreciate, like Patty said, it's been a long run here, 4 years. Never really got the chance to come up in front of the fans or anything to say thank you for, basically a quarter of my life here in Cape Breton. It's been a long time and a lot of memories with, wouldn't be able to do it without all my teammates and the coaches. Thanks. There's been a lot of turnover, but the organization itself, I've seen it. It's night and day. Like I was mentioning to the table I'm sitting at, it's headed in the right direction to be, one of the top organizations in the CHL, and I truly believe that. With all the people top to bottom, Joey, business staff, it's been unbelievable. Brad, guys like yourself, it's turning into a pro approach for everything. So thanks for the award and a great dinner tonight. But, looking forward to the next couple months here with the boys going on a playoff run. Thanks.
Our next award is the Rookie of the Year, sponsored by Lewisburg Seafoods. We welcome to the stage, I believe he's already here to present this award, Eagles General Manager Business Operations, Joey Haddad. The Rookie of the Year trophy is given to the player who had the most successful first season in the QMJHL. More often than not, this award is the first step on the way to an outstanding major junior career that will open up professional opportunities. A lot of pressure comes with being a first-round draft pick, but this year's winner has succeeded in meeting big expectations in his first QMJHL season. In the top 20 in scoring of rookies of all ages, he also represented Canada at this year's World Under-17 Hockey Challenge. Despite his rookie status, at times he's been relied on in a scoring role and has earned more trust defensively, playing the center position throughout the year. Here is your 2024-2025 Cape Breton Eagles Rookie of the Year.
It pops out, though. Ricard denied. Loose puck in front. They score. And Romain Litalien, the 4th overall pick in the last
Litalien dangling. What a move. Scores. What a goal. Romain Litalien. Second of the season. Second in 2 nights. Out dinking. Schmitt shot through traffic. Scores. Romain Litalien. Tip in front of the net.
wing and centered in front. They score. And squirts out to Romain Litalien.
Pass in front to Litalien. He scores. Litalien parks himself in front. Little backhand.
Your 2024-2025 Rookie of the Year, Romain Litalien.
I just want to thank everybody, teammates, coaches, my billets. It's been a great year here so far. We're just getting started, so yeah, thanks to everybody.
And now to present the award for Top Defenseman, sponsored by Eastlink, we bring to the stage Cape Breton Eagles General Manager Sylvain Couturier. There you go, give it up, Sly. Our next award is given to the player deemed to be the best defenseman on the Eagles roster. As the team's top defenseman, this year's winner has been not only relied upon in key defensive situations, but has also emerged as one of the league's top offensive blue liners. As a number 1 pick in the 2022 QMJHL draft, he ranks second among defensemen in the league in goals, third in points, and at just 18 has played a pivotal role in the team's leadership group while wearing an A on his sweater, which he also did at age 17. I present to you the 2024-2025 Cape Breton Eagles top defenseman.
Lavoie whiffed on the shot. He'll play it off here to Squires. Bones up Lavoie. They score. Tomas Lavoie.
Throws it across. Burbage couldn't pick it up. Here's Lavoie. Shot scores! Tomas Lavoie! A ripper, and it's a tie game!
Belle occasion perdue. Lavoie s'approche. Il lance et compte. Encore une fois.
As the puck will come out for Russo. He's given the shoulder there by Lavoie. Good work on the back check there by Squires. Big hit there by Lavoie. Takes circle shot, scores! Eagles lead it 4-1. Power play shot for Tomas. He'll cut to the middle, drop for Lavoie, coming through the right circle. Lavoie shot, scores! Tomas Lavoie, OT winner, rips it through. The goaltender Litalien and the Eagles walk it off at OT.
Your 2024-2025 top defenseman, Tomas Lavoie.
I'll keep that short and sweet, but no, could have get the top defenseman without my teammates. I think about Schmitt, Deagle, Murph, Colley, Quinn, MB. If I'm missing someone, sorry, but no, special thanks also to my build. They have been great for the last 3 years. You guys have been part of my young life so far, and you guys have been a second family for me. Thanks for welcoming me as a 16, and to the coaches, to the business office, thank you very much, and having a nice run in the playoff here.
Now to present the trophy to the Cape Breton Eagles' most valuable player, we welcome to the stage the representative from Cape Breton Beverages, Shannon Lynch Colburn. The most valuable player is given to the player deemed to be the most important to the team's success. This year's MVP award is shared by 2 players who have been invaluable at different positions, both showing great leadership both on and off the ice. One of our MVP winners was part of the inaugural draft class at the Utah Hockey Club, while the other also attended Utah training camp after taking part in Ottawa Senators training camp earlier in his career. Both players are the first over the boards in all key even strength and special team situations. Our MVP forward selection leads the team with 36 goals and has produced at more than a point per game this season. Our MVP selection on defense maintains a big physical presence while being among the league leaders in offense at his position. I present the 2024-2025 Cape Breton Eagles' most valuable players.
Newcombe walking in with it. Newcombe from a sharp angle, he scores. The Sampro boy.
He'll throw it out in front. Here's a chance for Lavoie. Scores! Tomas Lavoie gets the Eagles on the board. It's 10-1. He gets it back. Eagles on the attack here. Here's a point. Feeds Newcombe. Scores! Jacob Newcombe. There's the puck behind the net. He'll find a passing up to Lavoie. Scores! Tomas Lavoie. Big shot. Puck comes over for Newcombe. Scores! There it is. Newcombe's got his goal on Gravel. Squires. Here's a shot. Lavoie scores! Heavy shot! Tomas Lavoie, game tire. Newcombe back, and Henneberry steps and scores. Newcombe, he took a look, and he took a look. William here. Draw one by the Eagles. Lavoie dancing his way to the front of the net. Low digging scores. What a goal, Tomas Lavoie.
Your most valuable players for 24-25, Jacob Newcombe and Tomas Lavoie.
congratulations, Lavi. But I'd just like to say thank you to my teammates. Wouldn't be possible without you guys, so thank you.
Congratulations, guys, and to all the award winners thus far. So we are going to take a break momentarily as you get your final course. Don't worry, you're not leaving without dessert. But if anybody here listens to my broadcast, hopefully you all do, you know that I'm being given a signal, so maybe I shouldn't keep talking. No, I'm told. Thank you. Call it in the ring, right, Brad? Some people here will get that. Those of you who listen to my broadcast know I'm a big fan of birthdays. We always talk about birthdays happening, and that's a big thing for an organization. I have been told that somebody here that is a member of the Cape Breton Eagles is celebrating their birthday. Might have to check the ID because there's 20-year-olds in the league, but this guy's turning 21 today. So we're going to give a little sing. I might have to start it off. We're going to do a little sing-along to our own Brayden Schmitt. Happy birthday to you. So he gets to eat his dessert first, but everyone else, you'll be getting yours shortly, and we'll be back in a little bit with some more, well, we'll honor the 20-year-olds and more awards. Thanks. Hopefully everybody enjoyed or is still enjoying their very chocolatey desserts. They definitely asked me based on the flavor. I certainly enjoy that. It is time now for our final award, and then following this award, we'll honor our 20-year-old players. But we are welcoming up to the stage the representative for the Greg Lynch Memorial Trophy, Shannon Lynch Colburn. Gave her a break there between the two sets of awards. So she'll be presenting this award. The Greg Lynch Memorial Trophy is given to the player who is recognized as exemplifying leadership and possessing qualities which best represent what it means to be a Cape Breton Eagle. As part of the original group that brought the Eagles to Cape Breton, Greg Lynch was instrumental in ensuring the franchise had a stable home in Cape Breton before he tragically passed away from pancreatic cancer in 2004. This year's winner has exemplified determination since arriving in Cape Breton, battling non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in the fall of 2023, and returning to the lineup in January of 2024. This season, he's worn the captain's C with great honor as an elite offensive player who isn't afraid to play in the dirty areas. This fall, he'll become the first ever Eagle to play in the NCAA when he joins the University of New Hampshire. He's inspired us with his story both on and off the ice and his competitiveness on the ice as well. For the second consecutive year, here's your winner of the Greg Lynch Memorial Trophy.
In the zone, so he has to catch up with it. Now he's got numbers. Newcombe digging back and score! Newcombe stick. Newcombe looking for the hat trick into the open net. He's got it! Jacob Newcombe, hat trick goal, empty netter.
Lavoie back across, quick shot, and he scored. Jacob Newcombe, the captain, he's got another one.
For Newcombe. Newcombe coming in on a breakaway. Jacob Newcombe coming in, digging. Oh, big save made. The rebound is in. Jacob Newcombe scores. Eagles lead 4-0. Here's Higgins down the right side. He's leveled by Jacob Newcombe. Squires coming in 2-0, short-handed. He's got Newcombe with him. Squires over to Newcombe. Shot scores. Jacob Newcombe. Captain strikes. Short-handed.
The winner of the 24-25 Greg Lynch Memorial Trophy, Jacob Newcombe.
It's an absolute honor and pleasure to receive this award. Obviously, Greg played a huge part of bringing the Eagles here. Yeah, it's a privilege to be able to play here. So thank you.
Well, as you can see with the graphic, you know that's not the last time that we're going to hear from Jacob, because it takes a special player to play in the QMJHL as a 20-year-old. Each team only has 3 available positions for overage players, and this year's Eagles team, for the first time ever, has been blessed with a great trio of Nova Scotian boys in that role. Throughout the years, it's been an Eagles tradition that we hear from our outgoing players at the year-end awards And additionally, each player tonight will be introduced by a member of the Eagles coaching staff. So to begin honoring this year's 20-year-old players, I welcome to the stage assistant coach Nick McNeil.
I'll raise this up a little, Patty. It's funny coming to the banquet tonight. I called my wife, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, and you get Facebook notifications for yearly and monthly and stuff like that. And 16 years ago today, I was up here speaking as a 20-year-old. So life comes kind of full circle at you, but it's a really special. It's a really special moment and a privilege for me to introduce one of our 3 20-year-olds this year. So to start, I would like to introduce, as you see on the screen there, Joey Henneberry. And Patty, you did steal my line that all 3 20-year-olds are from Nova Scotia this year. So again, I think that's very special. And maybe down the future we could see more of that within the league as well. So to start, Joey, or the boys call him Enner, okay? Grew up in Halifax and played in the Halifax Hawks Minor Hockey Association throughout his childhood. When it came to midget hockey, he continued to play close to home, and having a strong first year with the Halifax McDonald's, he ultimately got drafted by the Acadie Bathurst T10 in the 6th round that summer. After attending camp, Joey decided to move away from home, where he attended Bishop's College Prep School in Sherbrooke for 1 season. Next training camp, he cracked the T10 roster as a 17-year-old and played 2.5 years with that group. He played 166 games in that span and accumulated 54 goals and 106 points. During that year at the trade deadline, Joey was traded to the Victoriaville Tigre, where he was over a point per game, an important piece to their playoff run. At the beginning of this season, he started back with their club and came over in a trade early in October. And what a start that was. I believe he scored in his first or second shift and added 2 more that night, and was a spark to our team that we needed at that time. Since then, Joey, you've scored some big goals for us and made some big plays at key times for us, and a big reason why we've had success in the second half. You have fit in really well with Newcombe Squires, and when you guys are at the top of your game, you guys are one of the most dynamic lines in our league. With 8 goals in your last 8 games, we look forward to seeing more of that to come in the playoffs. You are knocking on the door towards another 30-goal season, and this year you've surpassed 250 games as a player, and all that credit goes to you. Having gotten to know you over the last 6 months, I respect your commitment, hard work, and dedication to this team. You brought a lot of life, energy, and enthusiasm to our group all season, and I'm going to miss debating with you whether it was a yard sale or not. In closing, thank you for everything, Joey, this year, and you and your family should be proud. I wish you all the best in your next step in your hockey journey. Thank you.
I want to start by saying thank you very much, Neeler. That was really, really great to hear. Thank you. I'm not going to thank anyone yet, just because I say it in my speech. So, I guess I'll jump right into it. So, one of my favorite memories as a kid was going to the Mooseheads games with my dad, watching Druin and McKinnon light up the league, and that was something that always inspired me. And after watching those two play together and the excitement that they brought to the crowd, I knew right away that I wanted to be a player in this league. Looking back on the work ethic that I put in before my junior days in order to get to where I am now. There's a lot of people and memories I can look back on. So watching the QMJHL draft back in 2020 from my home because of the pandemic, it was where everything started for me. And the call that I got from Sly that morning when he was still with Bathurst to let me know that I was drafted by the Teton was something, I'll never forget. And my junior career then began the following year when I signed with the team in the summer. Going into my rookie year as a 16-year-old playing with guys who were several years older than me for the first time was definitely something that rattled my nerves. The first year, we had a team built to win, and it was great for me to join a team with such great talent. I grew really close to a couple teammates, Riley Kidney and Hendrix Lapierre, who helped guide me and keep me in check at times. But they also showed me what it takes to be such a great hockey player at this level and have success. My time in Bathurst was sweet when I made relationships that will last a lifetime with both coaches, staff, and teammates. Last year, in the 23-24 season, I was traded to Victoriaville. Going from a maritime team that was relatively close to home to a team that was located in the heart of Quebec and was known for its French was something that I seen as a challenge. Although this is true, I was excited to join another talented and strong team and show what I had to give. My time in Victoriaville was short, but it was sweet, and they gave me the opportunity to succeed in a different environment and trust me not only as a player, but as a person as well. At the beginning of this season is where everything changed for me when I was traded here to Cape Breton. After only playing a mere 4 games with Victoriaville to start the year, I was excited to join such an already talented and great roster. I knew that I had been added to something special, and we were just getting started. Getting a call from both Sly and Louie to let me know that they were excited and happy to have me, but also were going to push me to become a better player and person, both on and off the ice, was something that really excited me. Having a lot of familiar faces on this team, with both friends and guys I've played against growing up, I knew that I'd fit right in. The connections that were built and built on came back almost instantly. It is only fitting that I came back to finish my junior career playing for Sly again. I'm thankful to him and Louie, along with the rest of the coaching staff and everyone that is involved with the organization, to help me build and lead this team to a long playoff run. I also want to take the time to thank everyone who has helped me along the way. There's many of you. But I'd like to start with my billets in Bathurst, Bruno, Gina, Owen, and Ellie, who have helped me and given me everything that I needed to be successful. To my billets in Victoriaville, who helped me adapt and change everything in my life, living in a French city, I want to thank them especially. And finally, to my current billets, Shannon, Gabby, and Dave, I want to thank you guys for opening your home to me and making my last year of junior hockey special. You guys put up with my constant singing and gaming when I'm screaming in my room, so I appreciate that a lot. I know that I've made a special connection with everyone who I've met along the way, from people at the rink to fans and everyone involved with my hockey life. From my family who has been there every step of the way, to all my teammates, staff that made every day at the rink special. I could be here talking all day about the people who have contributed and played a part in my life, both away and at the rink. To Schmitt and Nuke, I'm happy that I got to reunite with you guys and build on to an already existing friendship that's going to last a lifetime. I couldn't think of 2 guys I'd rather finish my junior career with, and I know that you guys have such a successful future ahead of you. I will truly miss all of you, and I'm so grateful to finish my junior career in Cape Breton, playing alongside all of my teammates and in front of such a great fans of this city. There are some words I'd like to say to finish my speech up, and they are, be happy because it happened, not sad because it's gone. And that's how I'll remember my junior career and everything that I got to experience. And I'm happy and thankful for everything. And I just want to say thank you again to everyone who's played a part in it.
This microphone is too damn high for some reason. Also, I don't know if Joey didn't mention that part of the reason the Eagles traded for him is because he would always score lots of points against Cape Breton at Center 200, so we're happy we didn't have to worry about that anymore. For our next 20-year-old presentation, we welcome to the stage Cape Breton Eagles assistant coach Matt Anthony.
Great job, Henny. That was better than I expected. No, but thanks to Joey and the whole business staff for putting this on. It's a great night every year. And one thing that I believe that all of our 20-year-olds have in common this year is perseverance. And each one of them have gone through their own journey to this point. They've all dealt with more than their fair share of adversity. And Schmitt is a prime example of a young man who has persevered when a lot of other guys wouldn't. So I first saw Schmitt play when I was coaching at a prep school and was out doing some scouting. And we come from the same area of the province here, and it was just a short trip up the road for me to watch the Truro Major Band of Bearcats. And what I saw then is what all of you see on a daily basis now. You know, he's a beautiful skater, great edge work, defenseman who can play both offense and defense, and you know, most of all, a real competitor, and you could see the leadership without even knowing the guy off the ice. Fast forward to a few years, and it's Schmitt's Q draft year, and a few people in this room may know Schmitt was also almost an Eagle right away. Blainville kind of jumped up and traded for the pick right before us and took him. But he had a great 2.5 years in Blainville, and I believe that serving as an 18-year-old captain in a massive Quebec city and big market is a prime example of his leadership abilities. And then, as you know, a few years later, we were finally able to bring him to Cape Breton, and he's been a rock on our blue line ever since. Specifically as the D coach, he's a guy who I've always been able to trust in all situations, defensively and offensively, and a guy who's been the ultimate leader and competitor both on and off the ice. Just to summarize a little bit his Q career, to this point he's played almost 300 games, playoff and regular season, and you know, without COVID and missing some games, he'd be well over the 300 mark. And as a defenseman, totaling over 140 points, while maintaining a plus 15 plus minus despite playing against the other team's top lines night in and night out. Furthermore, which I think is extremely important, he's been super involved in community events during his time here as an Eagle, which is obviously so important for our community and for our franchise. Lastly, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say this or not, but I'm going to. He's demonstrated his hard work and prowess in the classroom and has been rewarded by being named a league finalist for the Marcel Robert Award, which is given to the QMJHL Student of the Year. So congrats, Schmitt, on that. I'll wrap up with the story of the car crash this past training camp. It would have been really easy for a guy in that situation to feel sorry for himself, to complain, to feel like he had been robbed of an opportunity, especially during his last junior season. But however, as always, in the face of adversity, Schmitt rose to the occasion, put his work boots on, honestly came back quicker than any one of us had even imagined, even with 45 not letting guys come back too quick. He did a great job getting back. And after getting back in the rhythm a few games, he's right back to being the rock of our blue line night in and night out, as you see every day. So finally, Schmitt, where you at? You in the front? Right there. It's been an honor and a privilege to have gotten to know you as a person and to have coached you over the past 2.5 years. Honestly, our conversations about the game have truly helped me become a better coach, and I know that you have helped so many of your teammates in more ways than you probably even realize. You have represented your family, the town of Bible Hill, the community of Cape Breton, and the Eagles franchise with pride, compete, leadership, and love. I know I speak for every one of us when I say thank you, and I can't wait to see how the rest of your career and your path in life go. But first, let's make sure we win our last game of the season.
Try and make it through this. I'll just get right into it. Growing up, I was always in a hockey-filled house. It was easy to fall in love with the game. I have 2 older siblings that were always playing hockey. My sister and brother, my dad was always coaching them. It was always me and my mom at the rink watching their games together, so it was easy to fall in love with it. I couldn't get enough of hockey when I was younger. I loved being at the rink and being with my friends. I knew from a young age that I wanted to be a hockey player. Fast forward to my journey in the Q. It started in Blainville, and I met some incredible people there, and I'm really thankful for my time I spent there. Those 2.5 years taught me so much good in my life. The first year was pretty tough for me, being a 16-year-old moving away from home. I had to deal with the quarantines, the bubbles, not seeing my family for the first time. But I think in the end it was for the best. I met some of the greatest people I know there, and my roommate Matthias Laferriere and Luke Henman. I can still remember driving up to Blainville in my 16th year with Luke Henman, the captain of the team. He made me feel very welcomed, as he knew I was extremely nervous and shy to be away from home for the first time. And he really took me under my wing. Matthias, as you guys know, is Laffy. He used to play here in Cape Breton. He was an all-around, one-of-a-kind person. He was a really great friend to me, and I loved our year together at 16. Looking back, I really see how everything can happen for a reason. Laffy would say how he wishes he was me, being 16 and restarting his career. He would always talk about the great times he had in Cape Breton, how it was the best time of his life. And now that I'm here 2 years later when I got traded and at the end of my career, I can truly say he was right. There's so many people that I can think of for making my dream a reality. But none of it can be possible without my mom. Losing my dad in 2015 was the hardest thing a kid can go through. I felt truly broken. I couldn't imagine growing up without a father, but my mom stepped up and gave me everything I ever wanted. Fuck. From countless drives to practices and games, money spent for tournaments, camps, and the odd time I get new gear instead of hand-me-downs, she made everything possible for me to live out my dream and play hockey. I know I never tell you enough, but I truly am thankful for everything you have done to me. I know how hard it must have been on you growing up, and I love you more than anything in the world. To my billet family, Sky, Ash, and Ben, our time together has been special since the first time I walked through the door. You instantly felt like family and treated me as one of your own. You gave everything I ever needed and loved me like your son. Coming home after a long day at the rink or after a tough loss, being in the living room with you guys made my days brighter, and there has never been a day at the house where I wasn't happy, and I have to give you guys credit for that. It's been a pleasure watching Ben grow up the past 3 years. From the time I first got here to now, the amount he's matured and became a teenager is crazy. I can't wait to see how your life pans out, but I know whatever you're going to do, you'll do great and with a smile on your face. Ben is the younger brother I always wanted, and I love him like one too. I know the doors at 116 are always open, and I look forward to coming back to my second family, whenever that may be. To the Eagles organization, thank you for treating me with respect, believing in me, and caring in me. There's so many people that play a role in this organization, and I don't want to name names in case I leave anyone out because there's too many people to name. To the coaches, trainers, equipment managers, business staff, schooling advisors, game day staff, and any others I can think of, Thank you for treating us all like pros and giving us the opportunity to play at our best. Out of all those people, there's 2 people that I want to single out from that. Colton and Ants. Ants, you've been my go-to guy the last 3 years. Whenever I'm having a bad day, you were always there to pick me up and help me move past it. You gave me tips on how to be a better person and player, and you were always there to be a friend. Thank you. Colton, I think you put up with the most out of anyone on our team. At the start of the year, you were stuck to deal with injuries such as myself after the car crash, along with my teammate and friend, Angelo. I don't know how you do it some days. Those months were the hardest for me. Not much people know it, but it was extremely tough for me going through a lot with the injury and not playing. You were a constant reminder that I'll be back soon and healthy. You cared for me and did everything possible to get me back in the lineup, and you always had a smile on your face at the rink, which brightened my day, and I thank you for that. To my teammates, both past and present, the memories I have is something you just can't explain. To the early mornings, late nights, long bus rides, bag skates, you name it. We always found a way to make it fun and enjoyable. These memories are going to be something I'll be telling my grandkids when I'm younger, when you look back and think about the good old days. I came in the league getting told to cherish everything because it goes by so fast, and I'm leaving saying the same thing. If I could say anything to my 16-year-old self, it'd be to just go live your life and enjoy the ride. There's no slowing it down, so don't take any day for granted and live your life to the fullest. Those bad days are going to be laughed about when you're all done and 20 like me. To Nuke and Joey, we grew up playing against each other. I'm really glad to share our last year together. You guys are family to me. We became very close this last year. You two are my best friends. Good luck to both of you in the future. I'm sure whatever you guys are going to do will be great. Nukes, the amount of respect I have for you is crazy. You've gone through so much. You're a huge role model for me. And I love you like a brother, and I always look up to you. Finally, to my dad, I know you're up there looking down, smiling, as you see the man I am becoming. I can still remember you dressing me on our stairs for the before-school power skating lessons. You are the reason I play hockey. My memories of you all involve hockey, and playing hockey is my way of remembering you. You have been with me every game in my Q career as I talk to you in warm-ups before every game. Continue to look over me and protect me. Until we meet again, I love you. I feel so grateful to finish my career here in Cape Breton. I came into this league as a teenager, trying to explore the world, and I feel like I'll be leaving as a matured young man ready to take on the next step of my life. Wherever that may be, thank you to the Q and to the Eagles for turning me into the man I am today. I am excited and ready for whatever may come next in my life. Thank you, Cape Breton.
For all the talk about everything Colton does, we're going to need to get him to check the pulse of anyone that's not crying after that speech. Wow. Well, we do have one other 20-year-old to honor, of course. And to do that, we will welcome up to the stage Cape Breton Eagles head coach, Louis Robitaille.
Holy moly. Sorry about that. How can you go after that? Wow. Lost for word. Schmitt, you're an inspiration as well. You make us all proud. Maddie, great speech. Colton, thanks for taking care of him. Now he's making somebody else laugh every single day, right, Colton? So it's our pleasure to announce that Colton has a girlfriend now, so. Joey, congratulations on your great career as well. It's amazing to have you here. Thank you for everything you've done. But we talk about inspiration. Sorry, Nuke. I'm the one that has to present you with my bad English. I have a speech that Matt helped me write, and I don't even know how to read really good. So, like I told you yesterday, I'll speak with my heart. It's a privilege to be here and presenting the award to you, our captain. Story that you don't know is when I was a GM a few years ago, I called Yannick Jean at the trade deadline. I said, do you have a good 18 years old for me? We're looking to make a push for 2 years. Like, Louis, you don't know this kid probably much. You don't see us a whole lot. Jacob Newcombe, he's our future captain. But the price I'm going to ask for him is you won't be able to pay. First thing I know, Sly called his best friend Yannick, and he's here in Cape Breton. I'm like, okay, let's see how this kid's playing. Now I get fired because I didn't get you. Get named the head coach of the Eagles, and I got to know you. Our first phone call was brief, just like your speech here tonight. Direct, not complicated. And then we all know what happened after. We had that sad news. First time I shook your hand, I'll remember for the rest of my life in the hallway. I said, Nuke, I'm Louis. It was so sad what you had to go through, but at the same time, you were Nuke. You didn't let anybody know. You had that straight face. You wanted to be here for the kids. You wanted to be part of the hockey school because that's who you are. A person that's involved in the community, and you wanted to be there to help the young guys, and you wanted to be there before camp, and I know it broke your heart. We all had to go through, and when you had that cancer, I didn't even know how to handle it. You were so much better than everyone. I didn't know when to call you because I didn't want to bug you, because when I called you, you're like, yeah, I'm going to the gym. It's going well. It was just normal. I was talking to normal people. I'm like, geez, that kid's going through so much in his life, and you never let it affected you. And we came back in December, and you came for practice. And I remember going to Sly. It's like, Sly is looking really good, but we're going to ease him in. And then we talked after practice. I'm like, Nuke, you might play next week. Like, it's going well. No. Like, no, Louis, I'm playing tomorrow night. I'm like, what the heck? And Sly, you remember that day we went upstairs, and I said, Sly, he wants to play. Can I get him to play? He has one practice. He's like, well, Nuke wants to play. He's ready to go. First thing I know, I put you in the lineup, and you scored that goal in that special night against your former team. And that shows who you are. You never let anything affect you. Your motivation, your passion, your hard work, this is who you are. This year, I felt our relationship got a lot closer. You're a guy that's tough to crack. You're serious, but you're so fun around your teammates. And I got to know you, and I felt this year you helped me become a better coach. For the people here in this present, it hasn't been an easy year. It started with the crash where we lost friend, not lost, but we lost friend not playing. It was a really tough time. Nothing went well early on. We lost Davey, our bus driver. We miss him. And then we were up and down. We traded for Joey. Joey, you changed the dynamic with your passion when you came in. And then the team started going through a winning streak. But you as a player, you were the leader. You never change. You have one goal in mind, is to help this team win. And then that second half, credit to you and your teammates, you led the way the right way. I don't even know if I make sense, but from the bottom of my heart, man, you're an inspiration. You are unbelievable. Not a lot of kids would have went through, handle it like you did handle it. You are an Eagle. You are the ultimate Eagle. For the rest of my life, you're an example, and I'll remember forever, man. Thank you for everything you've done. Thanks, Jake.
Thank you, Louis, for your kind words. I would first like to thank the community of Member 2, as well as the Eagles office, for organizing this event here tonight. Member 2 have been great hosts for us the last couple of years in this building, and their support is very much appreciated. It is hard to believe I am standing here at the tail end of my 4-year junior career. It feels like just yesterday when I received a call from Chicoutimi in 2020 telling me they would love to select me in that year's draft. At the time, I had mixed emotions, knowing that I could be moving away from my family to a predominantly French community at such a young age. However, when I arrived there in my 17-year-old year, I was made to feel comfortable right away, which helped me adjust to my new life as a QMJHL player. I look back fondly on my time with the SAGs organization and appreciate all they did to help me develop into the player I am today. While my time in Chicoutimi was memorable, I had always envisioned myself playing for a maritime team closer to my home in Sambro, Nova Scotia. I have always been close to my family and friends back home, so I was thrilled to get the call during Christmas break in 2022 that I would be coming to play for the Eagles in Cape Breton. Although I grew up idolizing Halifax Mooseheads players like Nathan McKinnon and Jonathan Drouin at the Metro Center in Halifax, I quickly realized that my allegiance in the Battle of Nova Scotia would change the minute I first put on an Eagles black and yellow. Now, after 2.5 years, I look back on my young self cheering on the Mooseheads and think, what an idiot. I should have been an Eagles fan all along. When I arrived here, I was welcomed with open arms by the staff, my new teammates, and especially my billet family, the McNeils. Nathan, Melissa, Caden, and Colby, and Elizabeth. You guys have been such an important part of my hockey journey and my life over these past couple of years. You guys have become like a second family to me and have made my experience here in Cape Breton so much more enjoyable. I can't thank you all enough for everything you have done for me. I will miss all those mini-stick games with Colby and Caden in the living room, and sometimes Elizabeth when we needed to call in the heavies. Late nights watching the Leafs blow another game with Nathan, and all those great home-cooked meals made by Melissa. Staying with you guys was truly my home away from home. Thank you. I was just starting to settle into my new role with the Eagles in the summer of 2023 when I got some unexpected news that would put my hockey career on hold. I was diagnosed with a form of cancer called non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, meaning I would have to undergo cancer treatment for the next few months and set hockey aside to focus on my health. Obviously, this was a tough time for me and my family, but with the support from the Eagles organization and the community of Cape Breton and Sambro, I remained resilient and positive throughout my entire battle, which helped me get to where I am today. During that time, I was fortunate to cross paths with so many great people in the hospital who were fighting a similar battle that I was. And I was lucky to meet countless community members who shared their support for me as I was dealing with my treatments. One of those community members who's here tonight, Avery Pinn, who was thoughtful enough to set up a lemonade stand in August 2023 to try and raise money for me. Avery, who at the time was only 5 years old, raised almost $700. I want to thank Avery and his family for all they have done and continue to do for me during my time here in Cape Breton. Thank you, Avery. Luckily, in December of last year, I was told my treatments were effective and I was in complete remission, meaning I could rejoin my teammates in Cape Breton and continue my hockey journey. Again, thank you to everyone who was with me during that time. I will always be grateful for the love and support I received from you all. This season, I was honored to be named team captain in my final year of junior hockey. It is very special to be able to represent my teammates, my team, and the great fans here in Cape Breton. It means so much to me to have the trust from my coaches and the organization to be able to represent the team that has been such a big part of the island of Cape Breton for 28 years. Although I was born in the mainland, I feel grateful to be an honorary Cape Bretoner for life. When my time here is done, I will always remember how proud I felt being an Eagle and going to battle with my teammates every night. I couldn't ask for a better group of guys to finish my junior career with. It's been a pleasure to meet, grow, and build a bond with each and every one of you. I want you to all know you are special players and, more importantly, special people. To the other 20s, Schmitt and Henny, it has been nothing but good memories and laughter, and I'm happy to have built a friendship with you guys that will last a lifetime. I'm sure you guys will do great things and wish you nothing but the best in the future. I would like to thank everyone, but I was told I only have a couple minutes to do this speech. So quickly, I would like to thank Sly, Louie, and John for believing in me as a hockey player, for treating me with respect as a human being, and for pushing me to become the best version of myself. Thank you, Neeler, Ants, Blade, and Game Day Billy, for not only being great coaches, but for being great friends outside the rink. Thank you, Diesel and Brody, for all your long hours at the rink and for making sure all I have to worry about is putting the puck in the net. Thank you, Colton, for making sure we are taken care of on the road, always fed, and are staying healthy, and for putting up with all the questions I ask every time I come in your office. Thanks to Scotty in the gym, Scotty on the bus, for all you do for us. Thanks to Gary and Bubs for making sure we are successful with our studies. Thank you to the office staff, the game day staff, and thanks to Patty McNeil for just being you. Thank you to my sister and my girlfriend for being my biggest fans. And last but certainly not least, thank you to my mom and dad for all the early mornings and long hours at the rink growing up. I wouldn't be where I am today without you guys. You taught me to always respect and help others, to work hard, to be disciplined, and to never stop being a team player. You raised me into the man I am today, and I thank you for that. Thank you, everybody.
Wow. I know what you mean, Louis. That's a tough act to follow up all those speeches so far. Wow. Just clearing some space. Sorry about that. Got a lot of stuff, Pat. Let's give it up for our 320s. Those were 3 amazing speeches. Really well done. Really well done. And the rest of the players who were brave enough to say a few words, I think as an organization, as fans of the game, and supporters, we all really appreciate that, so thank you. All right, I'll try not to be as emotional as it's been so far. Thanks everybody for being here tonight. My name's Joey. I'm the General Manager of Business Operations with the Cape Breton Eagles. First off, I'd like to thank Darcy Campbell and NovaStream for the great audio-visual effects we've had here tonight. It was really lovely. Thank you very much. And to the staff here at Member 2 Trade and Convention Center, a delicious meal and always top-notch service, so thank you very much for that as well. It's an absolute honor and a privilege to have this opportunity to speak on behalf of this organization. I think what we saw tonight was mentioned a few times. Community, I think Neeler said it, full circle. It's funny you mentioned the Facebook memories because I was getting a few of those myself. And I was sharing a couple with the players. I think it was 17 years ago today that we decided for some reason to shave half our heads down to the skin for playoffs. So I think you guys are doing all right. But yeah. What makes an organization great? Trophies, banners, business accolades, attendance. These are all very important benchmarks, but for me, I think one of the most important things to consider when discussing an organization's value is its connection to the community. For me, community is all-encompassing. The Cape Breton Eagles join a lineup of teams which have made up the history of hockey here in Cape Breton. From the Sydney Millionaires to the Metro Bees, the UCCB Capers Men's Championship team of 1978, and the Cape Breton Oilers who won the Calder Cup in 1993. The Eagles have been carrying on this long-standing tradition of great hockey on our island for the past 28 years. The Eagles are one of 18 existing Quebec Major Junior Hockey League teams, and I think we are all very fortunate to have Major Junior hockey here in Cape Breton. The Eagles represent our island's pride, support local businesses, and provide a high level of entertainment for our fans. Most importantly, this organization creates an environment that develops our young players as they grow from boys to men, and I think nothing is more evident than the display here tonight. I want to talk about some highlights of this past season in terms of organization and some accomplishments. As an organization, we've been experiencing a significant uptrend when it comes to important aspects such as season attendance, sponsorship, and social media outreach. Sponsorship interest has grown roughly 90% over the last 2 seasons, and we're up to 93 different sponsors, which is a great number. Our average season attendance is up this year to 2,910, up 25% from last season, and a total increase of 55% over the last 2 seasons. As Patty mentioned earlier, I think since the last 15 years, correct? Yeah, the last 15 years. So 2010, 2011, and kudos to the team for being so competitive on the ice. Sylvain, who has built a competitive squad, and Louis, who leads that team to success. Our social media platform has reached over 1.5 million different accounts this season alone. So great job to Brad and Carter and everybody else with all the little details so we can show our fans, and our community what we're all about. These statistics are extremely important, and they directly support our players and our hockey operations and allow us to provide a high standard of service for our community members and our sponsorship and business partners. On behalf of the entire organization, I would like to thank our community partners, our sponsors, and our fan base for your ongoing support. You make junior hockey in Cape Breton a reality, so thank you. Some of our community initiatives and partnerships that we've have going. Our collaboration with the Cape Breton Regional Hospital Foundation this season alone has raised $29,000 with an approximate all-time total of $340,000. This money goes to the Tom McNeil Cancer Patient Care Fund, which in return supports, directly supports Cape Bretoners here at home. So that's a big number and a big attribute for the organization. Speaking of jerseys and theme nights and fundraising, this year we were proud to have partnered with the United Way Cape Breton for this year's Retro Jersey Night, and we raised just over $18,000 on that night for the United Way Cape Breton, so another big accomplishment. Our partnership with Cape Breton University provides first-class education for our players, and we are very proud to host our annual CBU Night at the Nest, this year raising over $10,000 for the university's student body, and I know it's a fan favorite and a favorite of the guys to play in every year, so very happy to CBU and our partnership with them. Our organization also partners with several other local groups, such as the Boys and Girls Club, Jumpstart, Caleb's Courage, Horizon Achievement Center, L'Arche, Miracle Athletes, and others, in order to do our part and help strengthen our local community. Our players had a total of 18 school visits this year, I think was the number, Lynn, and just one of the many things our players enjoy doing, and certainly go out of their way to do in their busy schedules to kind of pass on, be idols for our young members of the community. So great job on you guys. Tonight I mentioned community, the role community plays in supporting our Eagles brand, but also how the Eagles have an equal, if not greater, responsibility to reciprocate this support back to our community. I would like to take this time to thank and acknowledge all the different groups of individuals who come together to make major junior hockey on Cape Breton Island possible. Center 200, The Nest, Director Kirk Durning, General Manager Paul McDonald, along with Dave Ferguson, Karen Bellows, and the rest of the facility staff, work very closely with our organization. Each season is different, it's very high-paced, and has tough schedules. Center 200 staff, thank you for your support, for supporting our club and making the Eagles your top priority. Thank you very much. I would also like to thank Mayor Cecil Clark and his staff, along with other CBRM officials, for their ongoing support in order to make sure Cape Breton Eagles remain in Cape Breton. Thank you, Mayor. I would like to thank our incredible volunteers. There's a lot of you, and we need every one of you. Your support is integral to our survival, and we appreciate your passion for the team more than you know. Thank you. A heartfelt thank you goes out to our Billa families who open their homes to our players every year, give them their love and support while looking out for their well-being. To all the Billa families, thank you. To our extended Eagles family, from our education staff with Ely, Ryan, and Gary, to our game day staff, Jill, Lindsay, and the promo team, and everybody in between. Our organization would not be able to operate without your hard work and your commitment. Thank you very much. To the players, Thank you for the effort you put in each day to make sure we are a competitive and a winning team. You face a lot of adversity, as we spoke about earlier. Each year is different, but each season we have long hours on the bus, go through the highs and the lows, along with a grueling schedule. You fight through injury, and you put your bodies on the line each and every day. You are all amazing role models in our community, and I want to thank you for making us all so very proud. Thank you very much. To our hockey operations staff and their families, most of us simply do not understand the amount of work that goes into the day-to-day during the season. Our staff deal with these same long road trips and grueling hours in the office as they cut video and prepare our team for success. This is a very big commitment of their time and energy, and we are very grateful that your time and energy is spent on the club. More importantly, I would also like to acknowledge and thank the families of our staff, as these commitments fall on them as well. Thank you. And I'd like to go through some members of the staff. I'll go relatively quick, but I thought it was important that we acknowledge who everybody is, a little bit about them and their role on the team. Assistant coach Billy McDougall. Billy is born and raised Cape Bretoner, who has played professional hockey. And then, like previously mentioned, he's our eyes in the sky during home games. Thank you, Billy. Our assistant equipment manager, Brody Hollingsworth. Brody joined us this year as our assistant equipment manager and works tirelessly to make sure our players are taken care of. Thank you, Brody. Our strength and conditioning coach, Scott Guthrow. Scott has been with our club for over a decade and brings a wealth of knowledge and professional experience to our club, and does a great job at keeping the boys strong and in condition. Thanks, Scott. Our athletic therapist, Colton Riley. Colton is in his second season with us and is responsible for our players' well-being. We heard some of these stories earlier tonight. He's a very bright, very dedicated, and a true professional. Our goalie and video coach, Blademan Dixon, maybe one of the best names in the game. Blade's professionalism and attention to detail will provide him with a bright future in the sport. Thank you for your contributions, Blade. Assistant coach, Nick McNeil. Nick is a caper and hails from the Craig Nish on the west side of the island. Me and Nick were teammates 16 and 17 years ago when we both played for the Eagles organization. Nick went on to play professional hockey before getting into coaching, and we're very happy to have you, Nick. Assistant coach Matt Anthony. Matt is in his 6th season with the Cape Breton Eagles, and he's a true player's coach. Matt is one of our more senior members of the organization, and his love for the game and his players is very evident each day when he comes to work. Thank you, Matt. Our head equipment manager, Aiden Rayfuse. Aiden is in his 8th season with our team, and if you all knew the amount of time and effort that he puts in each season, you would all be floored. Aiden's commitment and dedication to the team is unmatched, and I'd just like to say thank you, Aiden, for all that you do to keep our players ready. Forgot I had that there. Our head coach, Louis Robitaille. Louis and his wife, Emily, and their 3 children joined our club last season, and they have made Cape Breton their home. With over 300 wins, Coach Louis brings a high level of experience and a winning mentality to our organization. He is our team leader, and we are very lucky to have him. Thank you, Louis. Our senior advisor, Gerard Shaw. Gerard has served as team president and now represents ownership at our league meetings as the alternate member. Thank you, Gerard, for your time commitments and your contributions to the club. Our assistant general manager, John Hanna. John finally retired from her career in education, only to be replaced with additional hours spent helping Sylvan build our hockey team. John is an absolute professional who has had a long career in the game of hockey, and his experience and camaraderie are felt each day in the office. Thank you, John, and thank you for all you do for this organization. Our general manager of hockey, Sylvain Couturier. Sylvain has been in the league for over 23 years and brings an invaluable wealth of knowledge to our organization. Work hours do not apply to a GM of hockey. When others clock out, Sylvain will be on the phone making deals and working on the future performance of this hockey team. Sylvain and his wife, Isabel, have been tremendous mentors, colleagues, and friends to not only myself, but all of the members of our staff. So thank you, Sylvain. Thank you, Isabel. Our business operations staff. Our retail and ticket manager, Cheryl McClellan. Cheryl joined us full-time this season as our retail and ticketing manager. In the past, Cheryl was involved with the club as our 50-50 manager, a role she still performs along with her other duties, and a great example of how many hats each of our employees have to wear. Thank you, Cheryl. Our social media and content manager, Carter McGilvery. Carter has a knack for social media and is responsible for everything you see regarding the team. He's a huge fan of the game, and Carter brings a quiet but passionate approach to everything he creates. Thank you for all the great work, Carter. Our game day operations and events manager, Nick McGilvery, Carter's brother. Nick was my first hire, actually. He joined our club early last season, and I still remember what I said to Nick the day I hired him. I'm throwing you in the deep end. It's time to sink or swim. Nick's a swimmer. Events and game day can be very hectic, and Nick has been able to show great poise in his role and being able to adapt to any situation. Thanks, Nick. Our Director of Marketing and Communications, Brad Chandler. Brad is one of our youngest employees whose main responsibility is communicating with our fan base and keeping them informed of all things Eagles. Brad's commitment, dedication, and discipline will provide him with a bright future. Thank you, Brad. Our office and finance manager, Melissa McNeil. Melissa is the glue that holds our office together. I mentioned that she is our office and finance manager. However, she must carry around a full bag of hats with her as she has about 10 roles in our organization. Melissa, everything we do, Melissa thought she was a mother of 3, but it turns out she added about 7 more to the fold. Melissa, thank you for going above and beyond, and thank you. This organization is extremely lucky to have you. Patty McNeil, thanks for always being the MC, sometimes by default. You're the voice of the Eagles, and you do a tremendous job keeping all of our fans up to date and into the game. Your passion and knowledge for the game of hockey and everything else, it seems, is unmatched. So thank you for being you, Pat. I'd like to thank my family, my father Barkley and my mother Kathy. They're big supporters of the team. They've been around for a long time. With me almost 20 years ago when I played with the team, and they're still supporting me and the team today, so thank you. I'd like to thank my sister Caitlin, who's here tonight. She's always there for me, and she's always there for the team as well. Thank you, Kate, for all your support and contributions to the team. My wife, Kirsten, also our retail sales manager. Thank you for putting up with me and all the hours I spend at work. You're an amazing partner and a friend, and I wouldn't be able to do what I do without you by my side. And I would also like to add that it's our 10th wedding anniversary this June, and that I'm the luckiest man in the room. Thanks, Kirsten. I'd like to give a shout out to some of our shareholders. I want to thank Ryan McDonald and family, Troy Wilson, Aubrey Rogers, Rodney Colburn, Rob Sabah, and Stuart McLeod for your support and your contributions to the club. Thank you. Our Vice President, Trevor Simon. Trevor is full of passion and energy, and he only wants what's best for our staff, our players, and our fans. Trevor brings experience and support to our business operation, and we all really appreciate that support, Trevor. Lastly, our majority owner, Erwin Simon. Erwin is a visionary with a knack for business and a burning desire to give back to the community where he was raised. Erwin gives me and my colleagues the resources and empowerment to succeed, and it is Erwin's goal to one day host the Memorial Cup and raise the championship banner into the rafters. I want to personally thank Erwin for the support and mentorship he has given me over these past 2 seasons, and on behalf of the entire organization, I would like to give a big round of applause and thanks to our owner, Erwin Simon. Cape Breton Island is the home of the Eagles, and it is everybody that I mentioned here tonight that makes this a reality. I want to thank you all for being here and for your continued support of the Cape Breton Eagles. Go Eagles, go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joey. It takes a lot of hands to make any big organization, particularly a major junior hockey club, go. And it takes a great man to be able to remember all of them and cite them all, so well done to Joey. I will say, as a day one fan of the team, prior to working for the team, I did want to echo the Cape Breton Eagles post yesterday, passing condolences along to Tomas Kluchek at his passing. Thomas, we haven't forgot what a great player you were in your 1 year in Cape Breton, so once an Eagle, always an Eagle. Thanks to everybody coming out tonight. Congratulations to all the award winners, and I think we learned we have a lot of inspiring individuals in our organization with some of the speeches that we had here tonight. We don't know if we're going to be starting at home or away, but get ready to cheer against Baie-Comeau, just like we did last year, and this year it'll be a different result. And we're all personally Chicoutimi fans this weekend as well, so support the boys against St. John this weekend. Get home safe, everybody, and thank you all for coming.